All right, in this lesson, we are going to be translating the English sentences into algebraic expressions. Now, there's some key words that we need to know. First one, sum. So sum means to add. So for example, the sum of 5 and 4 is 5 plus 4, which is 9. Difference means to subtract. So the difference of 5 and 4 is 5 minus 4. Product means to multiply. Quotient means divide. Okay, another phrase that we need to know is less than. So less than, I think you know, means subtract, but you got to be careful. 20 less than x is actually x minus 20. So we don't write it necessarily in the same order that we read it in English. And picture it if we had numbers. If I said, what's 20 less than 30? I think everybody you would say, well, 20 less than 30 is 10. You'd say 30 minus 20. Ah, you see what you did there? 20 less than 30, we still did 30 minus 20. So the order that we say things isn't necessarily the order that is written. Now with addition and multiplication, that's not that big a deal because those two properties are commutative. It doesn't matter what order we add or multiply in, we get the same answer. But not so with subtraction and even division. Let's work a few examples. So example 1. Write each word phrase as an algebraic expression using x as the variable. So this first one is the sum of a number and 9. So sum, keyword, means add. So the sum of a number, so we're just going to say this a number is x. The sum of a number and 9 is x plus 9. And that's just it. That's the final answer. It may seem incomplete at first, but in algebra, often their final answer is really an equation or an expression. How about this next one? The product of a number and 6. So the product of a number and 6 is going to be 6 times, the product of 6 and a number is 6x. If you want to, you can put a dot there for emphasis, but not needed. Remember, when the number is written beside the variable without a symbol, it's implied multiplication. Okay, this next one, the difference of 7x and 9. So the difference of 7x and 9 is just 7x minus 9. The quotient of 6x squared and 9, so quotient means divide, so the quotient is going to be 6x squared over 9. We generally don't use the division symbol in algebra, so we're going to avoid using it this way and write it with the fraction bar this way. Okay, this next one, 20 less than 100. So how would you write 20 less than 100? Well, you're going to say 100 minus 20. We could go ahead and complete this. We can actually combine those. It didn't ask for that. It really just wanted this part right here, so that's all you had to do. Now, what about 20 less than 10x? Now, I'll be honest, most students get this part completely correct. But when they come down here, really the same form, they switch it. But 20 less than 10x is 10x minus 20. And that's the final answer. It is not 20 minus 10x. We don't write it, again, necessarily in the same order that we read it. So really be careful, especially with less than. That's the one that comes up quite a bit in this class. Okay, this next one is sort of a partial application problem. The length of a rectangle is 9 less than the width. We're going to let W represent the width of a rectangle, write an expression for the length of the rectangle. Okay, so the length of a rectangle, so the length, and sometimes when I'm writing a problem down, I'll actually sort of pencil in the length of a rectangle is 9 less than the width. So is equals 9 less than the width. So recall, 9 less than width is not 9 minus W, it is W minus 9. So I can say the length is W minus 9. So I hope that helps.